Welcome, brave soul, to a month of chills and ghostly thrills. You've tuned into the Medium Matters, where we're celebrating the haunting season with a spine-tingling series that will leave you breathless. As the leaves turn crimson and the nights grow longer, we invite you to join us for a haunting journey through the supernatural. Get ready to explore the dark corners of history, meet restless spirits, and discover the secrets that lurk within the walls of some of the most haunted places. So say your prayers, dim the lights, and settle in for our Halloween frights. Oh, and don't forget to check under your bed. You never know who or what is lurking.
Happy stay, beautiful soul. Welcome back to The Medium Matters, the podcast where we're all mini mystics learning about the paranormal, the supernatural, and all the things together. And everyone is living their best spooky life. I'm your host, Chantel, and today we're cruising down the legendary Route 66 to visit some haunted spots and have a little ghost encounter of our own. So grab your cozies, sip your tea, and let's journey through history, mystery, and the supernatural, shall we? Before we dive into the ghostly tales that haunt this famous highway, let's take a quick trip back in time to see the birth of this highway baby. On November 11th, 1926, Route 66 was officially established as part of the first federal highway system in the United States. This 2,448-mile stretch of road connected Chicago to Los Angeles, cutting diagonally across the heart of America. It wound its way through Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California. Route 66 wasn't just any road. It was a symbol of hope, opportunity, and the American spirit. During the Dust Bowl of the 1930s, it became the main route for migrants from the Great Plains to California, earning it the nickname the Mother Road from John Steinbeck in his novel The Grapes of Wrath. As America emerged from the Great Depression and rolled into the post-World War II era, Route 66 hit its stride. It became the ultimate road trip destination, lined with quirky attractions, neon-lit motels, and classic diners serving up slices of American pie that could make your grandmother jealous. The 1950s and 60s saw Route 66 at the height of its popularity. Families packed into their station wagons and hit the open road to create memories that would last a lifetime. The highway became a cultural icon, immortalized in songs, books, and even TV shows. But as with many great stories, change was on the horizon. And in 1956, President Eisenhower signed the Federal Aid Highway Act, paving the way for the modern interstate system. Slowly but surely, these new, faster highways began to bypass sections of Route 66. By 1984, the last section of the original Route 66 was bypassed by Interstate 40. The following year, in 1985, Route 66 was officially decommissioned. The Mother Road herself had come to the end of her official life. Now, you might be thinking, this is all fascinating, but where the heck are all the ghost stories? Well, I am so glad you asked. Let's start our ghostly journey in Missouri at the Spook Light Road near Joplin. For over a century, people have reported seeing a mysterious orb of light bobbing along this dark rural road. Some say it's the ghost of an Osage chief, eternally searching for his lost love. Others claim it's the lantern of a miner who lost his head in an accident and is still looking for it. Whatever the explanation, the spook light continues to baffle and fascinate visitors to this very day. Moving west into Oklahoma, we come to the Lucille service station and roadhouse in Hydro. This historic gas station, built in 1929, is said to be haunted by its former owner, Lucille Hammonds. Known as the Mother of the Mother Road, Lucille ran the station for nearly 60 years. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported seeing a ghostly figure matching Lucille's description, still keeping watch over her beloved station. In Texas, the Midpoint Cafe in Adrian marks the halfway point of Route 66. But it's not just famous for its delicious ugly crust pies. Staff and customers have reported strange occurrences like objects moving on their own and the feeling of being watched when no one else is around. Some even believe it's the spirit of a former owner still making sure everything is running smoothly in the afterlife. As we cross into New Mexico, we encounter one of the most famous haunted locations on Route 66, and that is the Chemo Theater in Albuquerque. Built in 1927, this beautiful Art Deco theater has a tragic history. In 1951, a water heater exploded in the lobby, killing several people, including a 6-year-old boy named Bobby Darnell. Since then, Bobby's ghost is said to play tricks on performers and staff. They even leave out donuts to appease his mischievous spirit before shows. Arizona brings us to the Oatman Hotel, where the ghost of a miner named Odie is said to still reside. Visitors have reported hearing laughter and the sound of heavy boots walking around empty rooms. Some have even claimed to see Odie's apparition still dressed in his mining gear. Finally, in California, we reach the end of Route 66 at the Santa Monica Pier. Here, visitors have reported seeing the ghost of a woman in a flowing white dress walking along the beach at night. Some believe she's the spirit of a woman who drowned herself in the 1930s after her lover failed to meet her for a rendezvous on the pier. So why is Route 66 so haunted? Well, there are a few theories about this. First, we have to consider the sheer length of Route 66. So at 2,448 miles, it crosses through 8 states and countless communities. So with that much ground covered, it's bound to intersect with numerous locations that have their own haunted histories. Secondly, Route 66 has seen a lot of life, and unfortunately, a lot of death. During its heyday, it was the main artery for cross-country travel, which means countless accidents, crimes, and tragedies occurred along its path. In paranormal theory, these kind of events can leave an imprint on a location, which can lead to a haunting. The third theory is that Route 66 played a significant role during some of America's most turbulent times. It was a lifeline during the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl, witnessing the desperation and hope of thousands of migrants. It also saw the movement of troops and equipment during World War II. The emotions and experiences of these events could have left a lasting impact on this road. The last theory is that there's the power of belief and storytelling. So Route 66 holds a special place in American culture. It's romanticized as much as it's mythologized. This cultural significance makes people more likely to attribute unexplained phenomenon to ghostly activity and even more eager to share and embellish these stories. So, covering all of that, I ask you, did we get enough of the ghosts and haunted stops? Yeah, I don't think so either. Let's journey a little more, shall we? So first up, we have the Pasadena Playhouse in California. Built in 1925, this theater is said to be haunted by multiple spirits. The most famous is that of a woman in white who appears in the balcony during rehearsals. Some believe she's the ghost of an actress who never got her big break. Moving east, we come to the Cooper Queen Hotel in Bisbee, Arizona. This historic hotel, which opened in 1902, is reportedly home to at least 3 ghosts. There's a woman in a white nightgown, a young boy who drowned in the nearby San Pedro River, and a cigar-smoking man who likes to hang out in the smoking room. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, we find the Luna Mansion. Built in 1881, this beautiful Victorian house is said to be haunted by its original owner, Antonio Luna. Visitors have reported seeing his apparition, feeling cold spots, and hearing unexplained noises. The Stockyards Hotel in Fort Worth, Texas, is another hotspot for paranormal activity. Room 305, once occupied by Bonnie and Clyde, is said to be particularly active. Guests have reported feeling a presence in the room and seeing objects move on their own. In Missouri, we have the Pythian Castle in Springfield. Originally built as an orphanage and retirement home for members of the Knights of Pythias, it later served as a military hospital during World War II. Today, it's known for its numerous ghostly inhabitants, including soldiers, children, and even a woman in a wedding dress. Route 666 near Gallup, New Mexico. Drivers here have reported being chased by packs of vicious dogs running at high speeds, as well as encounters with a phantom black sedan that appears and disappears. Next, let's talk about Hotel Monte Vista in Flagstaff, Arizona. So this hotel opened in 1927 and has a long history of ghostly encounters. Guests in room 210 have reported knocks at the door from a phantom bellboy, while room 305 is said to be haunted by a woman who rocks in a chair. The Meat Man, another ghostly figure, is known to disturb guests in room 220. Moving on, we have the Rialto Theater in South Pasadena, California. So the Rialto Theater was built in 1924 and is known for its paranormal activity. Reports include shaking bathroom stalls and sightings of a man who went insane in the projector room. His spirit is said to wander the theater. Moving over to Arizona, we have the Red Gardner Inn in Williams. This historic inn was originally built as a saloon and brothel, and guests and staff have reported unexplained footsteps, doors opening and closing on their own, and seeing the apparition of a young Hispanic woman in a white dress believed to have been murdered there. In Stanton, Missouri, we have the Merrimack Caverns. Once considered a hideout for outlaw Jesse James, visitors claim to see a mysterious man dressed in black, believed to be his spirit roaming the caverns. In Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, we have the Skirvin Hotel. So this historic hotel is reportedly haunted by several spirits, including that of Effie, a former maid who allegedly fell to her death. Guests have reported strange occurrences and disturbances during their stay. Moving on to Oklahoma, we have the Coleman Theater. This theater was built over an old crematorium and mortuary and is said to be haunted by the projection operator who worked there for years. Visitors have reported feeling unusual warmth and seeing ghostly figures here. Finally, back in Chicago where Route 66 begins, we have the Congress Plaza Hotel. This massive hotel, opened in 1893, is said to be one of the most haunted places in the city. From the ghost of Al Capone to the spirit of a young boy who was thrown from a window, this hotel is a hotbed of paranormal activity. Over the years, numerous paranormal investigation teams have taken on the challenge of documenting the ghostly activity along Route 66. Let's check out some of the findings from one of the most comprehensive investigations conducted by the Route 66 Paranormal Research Team. Over the course of several years, they visited dozens of reportedly haunted locations along the Mother Road. Using a combination of traditional and high-tech equipment, they collected hours of audio and video evidence. At the Spook Light Road in Missouri, they captured multiple instances of the mysterious light on video. While they couldn't definitively prove it was paranormal, they also couldn't explain it through any known natural phenomenon. At Lucille's service station in Oklahoma, they recorded EVP that seemed to respond directly to their questions. One particularly chilling recording appeared to say, "I'm still here," in a woman's voice. The team's investigation at the Chemo Theater in Albuquerque yielded some interesting results. During an overnight stay, they captured footage of a chair moving on its own in the empty auditorium. They also recorded several EVPs, including what sounded like a child's laughter. At the Oatman Hotel in Arizona, the team experienced multiple instances of their equipment malfunctioning for no apparent reason, a common occurrence in reportedly haunted locations. They also captured several orbs on camera and recorded EVPs that seemed to be in a man's voice. While these investigations don't provide conclusive proof of ghosts, they absolutely add an intriguing layer to the haunted history of Route 66. They give us pause and make us wonder about the things we can't easily explain. As we near the end of our journey, it's worth reflecting on the legacy of Route 66. Though it's no longer an official U.S. highway, its spirit lives on. Many states have designated portions of the old route as historic Route 66, preserving it for future generations. The road continues to captivate the imagination of travelers from all around the world, with people still embarking on Route 66 road trips, seeking to experience a slice of American nostalgia and perhaps encounter a ghost or two along the way. So, the next time you find yourself on a stretch of old Route 66, keep your eyes open. You never know what or who you might see. The odd light in the distance? It could be the spook light. That figure in the rearview mirror? Maybe it's the ghost of a weary traveler from decades past. Just remember, on Route 66, every mile tells a story, and some of those stories just might give you goosebumps. If you enjoyed this episode, and I really hope that you did, please follow for more and share it with the ones you like and love, because sharing is caring. Send us your spooky stories and questions on Instagram, Facebook, or via email at hello@themediamatters.com. Make sure you head over to themediamatters.com/newsletter to join our absolutely free newsletter where we talk about upcoming moon cycles, rituals for the seasons, and so much more. Don't forget to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in October, because we are bringing all the treats and you don't want to miss out. Until next time, this is Chantel with The Media Matters, reminding you to keep your headlights on and your mind open. You never know what mysteries await you on the open road.